Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some Elite Dangerous, exploring the solar system. Well, not just the solar system, but a little piece of the universe and making a good bit of cash while we're at it. Today we're joined by A1C Metalhead. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we're live.
I'm watching now.
Sweet. When I see you drop in system, I'm going to start heading that way. And off I go.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, since we've got basically the same ship, the one I last showcased, we should be able to do this quite effectively.
And just to verify, we are starting on 47, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that means I'm going to get there before you do.
Yep. Yeah, I was a bit busy.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
And don't forget, every time you land in a system, hit that scan button.
Yep.
Not worth a lot, but it's not worth nothing either. Oh, there's a lot of things in the system.
fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
So I picked up a heatsink launcher on it, for just in case, because, you know, every now and then,
Oh
just
yeah.
get a little bit too close to, wow, this is big, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Giant white something in my face. That is a neat looking sun, though.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see, I am 3 jumps out.
Nice. I am 4. About to be 3.
Okay. Wait, you're just barely behind me.
Yeah.
Four, three, two.
I upgraded my thrusters too, so I shouldn't have a hard time keeping up with you.
Yeah, you'll probably do better than I do outside of Super Cruise. But as far as I can tell, every single ship has got the exact same Super Cruise speed.
Fuel scooping.
I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed that the ASP wasn't as good as I had hoped. It has to refuel less often, but that's about it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still though, it's a good all around.
Yeah.
Four, three,
It's good for hauling, good for exploring. Heck, I looked at the weapon hard points. It's got a bunch of those, so
Yeah.
be a
They're
good
not
fighter
very
too.
big, though.
No.
So, it'd be, other than its inability to turn, it wouldn't be too terrible at defending yourself.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, when I land in system, I'm gonna fuel up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Four, three,
I'm
two,
sitting.
one.
I'll be sitting just below half after I make this last jump.
Okay. Yeah, I'm right at a half on the last jump. Oh, please tell me this is one I can fuel up. Yes! Snag me some of that sweet, sweet fuel. You know, maybe I should have gone for the bigger fuel scoop.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah, it really does. My heat's not really going up, but it is going to take a while.
I think it's because of the specs of the ship.
Yeah.
That ass definitely is. Whoa, that is bright.
Yep. Yep. I know. I've been circling it for a hot minute. When I say hot, I mean very hot. Don't get too close.
Yeah, my heat's climbing fairly well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's stuck at 63, so that's good.
So if I like to put the sun on my left-hand side and keep it just outside that left-hand pillar. And my heat hasn't actually been rising.
Complete.
Oh, I just keep my top to it.
Yeah. Try the left-hand or right-hand side to it. Okay, we are looking for planet 6 and 7. Boom. And of course, I'm on the wrong side of the sun. You know, I didn't expect that setting 75% throttle hotkey to come in so handy on exploration, but it really did.
Are you going to scan that small planet too, or no?
If it's close enough, yeah.
I'm going to be having chicken nuggets and fries arriving soon.
Ooh.
Mm.
Let's see. Little planet nearby. Oh, you definitely got to get a little bit closer for it.
Not worth it.
Yeah, agreed. Anything that slows us down from hitting the nice big juicy ones. Not really worth it. And of course, the next one's on the other side of the friggin' solar system.
Great.
A long way out there, too. Oh, I just looked at our next location. It's a trinary star.
Ooh. Interesting.
That's a first for me.
Why does it say AB's? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Because A, B, and C are what star it's on. We're gonna be
Yeah.
real hot as soon as we come in.
Hopefully that won't be a bad thing.
Yeah. And it's a 23 light year jump. So in this ship, we should be able to make it in one. On the upside, the next one we scan, it's a little bit bigger. You can pick it up from a little bit further away.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Oh, I'm not there yet. I'm plotting my route. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Wait, is it 2? It is 2. Wow. That's odd. Oh no, I read that wrong. It's 40. Of course it was going to be 2. I've got a real bad habit of accidentally jumping down a line.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
I feel like I'm in the wrong system. I think I just messed up.
fuel scooping.
Which one are you in?
Scorpio Sector, HSK A-1 system.
Yeah, that's not it. We're in HIP 90590.
Oops.
Okay, now I'm officially between 2 stars. Very uncomfortable position.
Warning. Temperature.
I will be there momentarily.
Whew. Temp is up.
Don't sweat it.
Oh, and I'm on the wrong side of the suns.
What was it? 4, 5, 6 that we're doing?
Yeah. No, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I knew it was 3 in a row, though. 3 and 4 ought to go pretty quick because they're orbiting each other according to the system map.
Oh boy. Wasn't paying attention. Coming in hot.
Oh, I can tell. Doing your little slingshot.
Yep.
Here's the next one. Not too bad. Only 500 light seconds out.
These planets already have names. I think I might have already scanned these.
Nope, I did. If you're in the same system and Wing is me and I scan a system and planets, you don't get the data, but you get the name.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go silent for a second.
Okay. Oh, I'm beating you. I'm beating you pretty good. I'm about to jump out to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, it was only one jump to this next one. Actually works out pretty good.
Fuel scooping.
Loading me up some fuel. Once we're out here, it's really not bad. It's just the getting out here and getting back.
Complete.
There's just something kind of peaceful about floating around out here in the middle of nowhere. I know it's probably the best money that you can consistently be making in game, but it's also something I really enjoy. I don't think I'd still be doing this if this drove me nuts. Those cargo missions, pick stuff up, drop stuff off, especially if they're on a planet. They're not like super duper fun, but they are good money. But the dropping them off on a planet half a solar system away is just too much. Although, being able to do it as a wing does help.
Yeah, it really does.
And I know it got you a whole bunch of cash at the get-go.
Yeah, it did.
But I don't want to slow down. Ah.
Yeah, doing this stuff is pretty neat. Just doing it too much. I need a break.
Oh yeah. I need to get into some combat, and I know you've been talking about wanting to get into combat for a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've got money for actual combat ships, I'm seriously considering picking up a combat ship and running the tutorial on it, as useless as that might be, just to get a feel for it. See how far out. 2 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
May even have to break out my joystick.
Oh, for the combat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have to do the same.
I like my joystick, it takes up way too much space on the desk. The desk space is definitely at a premium.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of desk space, so... I mean, I can make it work. Just gotta push my keyboard away.
Yeah. Oh, watch out for this next jump. The brown dwarf.
Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
So the desk that I've got, it's a glass top and cheap cruddy metal frame.
Mm-hmm.
It was as good as I could get for what it cost, and I had to have a desk, and I had to have a desk now because I was moving out of the dorm into a house. And I had to have somewhere to put my computer, you know?
Yeah.
So I did what I could with what I had, and I definitely need to do something bigger and better this next time. My boss at work, he just got himself a new desk that I really like, and it was fairly economical too. I think it was 120, 140 bucks, but it was all wood.
Nice.
It's essentially IKEA furniture from not IKEA. Ordered it off of Amazon. Yeah. Dude, the older I get, the better I get at putting together stuff without instructions, because it all seems to come from China, so you get Chinglish instructions.
Oh yeah.
Or they're garbage. You know, you just gotta learn how to be handy with an Allen key. Which, for some reason, they all decide to use Allen keys. Cheap, cruddy Allen keys that break after you finish building the first thing.
The worst is when they have like the 6-point keys, like the star keys.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh, I like those.
I'd rather do an Allen key.
Well, the star keys, they don't break anywhere near as often. They're a lot harder to find the bit. But once you buy one, that's usually the last one you gotta buy.
True.
And if you've got a proper set of star keys, you don't actually need hex keys, because if you don't mind using the wrong tool, it'll work. I can't tell you how many times I've, unscrewed or screwed in hex with a star, because they fit. Try doing that with a flat blade. That's not going to work. You just tear up your flat blade. And overshot. Not by a lot, but a little. I hit dead slow at about 6 seconds out, and it quickly jumped back to 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I ended up 3 light seconds too far. That's how close I was to getting it right. On the upside, it put me at the perfect distance to select one or the other. And they're
Nice.
They're orbiting each other.
Once I scan the second one, I'll have to take like a 5-minute.
Yeah, okay. You gonna head back to station, or are you just gonna sit around here till you're able to rejoin me?
I'll just sit around here until I'm able to rejoin.
Okay, I'll take it slow.
Alright. Scanning it now. Should be done within 5 seconds.
Cool. For some reason, my galaxy map is just not having it today.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna float here. I'll be right back.
Okay. But anyway, you guys, if you don't know, the wing missions are out, and they are awesome. If you do them solo, they do definitely take way the heck longer than they're supposed to. But if you do them in a group, they go pretty darn quick. So they're definitely worth your time, and you can bring your buddies along and they can contribute to whatever it is that you're doing for the mission. And if, like me, you've got a buddy who's brand new, got no money, it's really not hard to get them in on it. If it's a delivery mission, which is my favorite wing style mission, you can have them deliver at least one item. That's all they have to do. They only have to deliver a single item, and they get the full reward. So getting my buddy A1C Metalhead here started in game, all we had to do is add him, and he had to drop off one thing. We just found a nice short mission. It had a lot of things to deliver, but, you know, it was something a brand new person could do. And started him off with like 4 mil. So, if you're getting a new friend into the game, it's really hard to beat for getting folks in. And later today, maybe early tomorrow, I found a mission that I really want to do with the crew. It's delivering 2,000 tons worth of materials, and that would take me forever and a day to do solo. But doing it in a group, it take us like an hour, maybe 2, depending on how many friends join. And you can have up to 4 in your wing. So we could knock that out pretty quick, and it's like 6 mil. Something like that. It's a huge payout. A lot of work, but a huge payout. And if I had another brand new buddy that needed to know how to play and needed some starting capital, that is absolutely how I'd be getting them started. There's actually, I mean, even if you haven't just started, you've been in the game for a little bit, 6 mil is nothing to laugh at. Like, I know I watch some folks on YouTube play this game every now and then, especially if I'm looking for help on how to do something, and they've got billions of dollars, and I don't really understand how they do that. But, you know, after a little bit of time exploring, I could totally see them doing that exploring. And I know everybody that I've talked to about joining in, the first thing they say is, I'm going to be a space pirate because it's so cool. And yeah, it is really cool, but it's a little bit more difficult than it sounds. As it is, we're currently playing in a closed session. It's really easy to set one of those up for just you and your buddies. And we're doing it like that just, well, this time for no interruptions. But for those long haul missions, it is super worth it just to make sure your cargo doesn't get stolen. That said, not all wing missions are just what they should be. Some of them are seriously bugged. We ran into one the other day. A buddy of mine outfitted his ship for purely running cargo and wasn't paying attention to the max jump range, or the minimum jump range for when you're fully loaded. And he gets onto the platform and he looks and he can't plot a route to the station that he needs to drop stuff off at. So he just dumps his cargo because that's literally the only thing he could do. And if you do that, there's nothing you can do to fix it. That mission is permanently broken because you can't recover those items that you dropped. And while you could normally buy those items to replace the ones you just lost by dumping them, apparently bought items and mission items are different enough that you can't turn in bought items, even if they're the same name and everything. Even if they're bought in the same station. But that's the pick up in one place, drop off in another. Another one that we've done recently that still had good payouts, especially if you're playing with more than one person, is buy items in one place and drop them off at another one. I've been using eddb.io to help plan my routes, so I'll find the nearest station, good price, good number, stuff in station that I need to buy, and I'll also look at the route back to the place to buy stuff, and I'll make money both ways. Well, technically on the mission you're not making money, you're delivering mission goods, and if you do them solo, the payout is very low, because the payout is roughly what you're going to spend on supplies, but you split that 2 to 4 ways, and it's not a big deal. Whoop. Turned a bit too much while I wasn't looking. But yeah, split that 2 to 4 ways, not a huge deal. And besides, you're all getting compensation. If you look at it, and like that mission I was talking about earlier that had like 6 mil payout, then each person gets 6 mil, not 6 mil divided amongst you. So a little bit of effort goes a very long way. And this planet is way out there. Technically speaking, this exploration with a buddy is not a wing mission, but it's definitely a lot more fun in teams. You find yourselves challenging each other to see who can make it to what faster. I've been doing it just long enough that most of the time I can beat out my buds. And after I set my 75% throttle hotkey, it's made things so much easier. You just wait for that 7 or 6 seconds until you reach the planet, station, whatever. Tap your 75% throttle hotkey, and you can almost walk away as long as you're aimed right. It'll get you there, and you'll never overshoot again. Everybody in my crew has decided to do that, and it was the best thing that they did. Hey, you're back.
What up? Yeah, except for me, because I somehow messed that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you change it to minus 75 throttle instead of 75 throttle?
I don't think so, because it never dropped below.
Well, if you're out in Super Cruise, it doesn't drop below. It just essentially drops you to 0. And for some reason, whoever decided where those buttons go, or where those keybinds go, was that the minus values were higher in the list than the plus values. Go figure. So if you just went to that drop down, opened it up to set that key, and you hit the first 75 you saw, you hit the wrong 75.
Oh.
And I've got mine bound to caps lock. It was just the easiest thing for me to reach that wasn't already bound to something else. So I've made it down to number 52 on our list.
Oh, crap.
And I left you at 48, 49?
Not sure. I'll have to look in a second.
You're in Scorpii sector. You're in 50
51.
or
I'm
51.
at 51. Yep.
Okay. So you came back a minute ago.
Yeah, about a minute.
Yeah, when you make it to 52, it is a long, long haul out there. We've got the advanced discovery scanners, which makes things a lot easier. Just drop into system, pop that infinite range scan, and you can pick the planet out. If you didn't have that advanced, top level 1.5 mil discovery scanner, you'd have to take a look at the list, figure out what sun it was around, because when you get into system, you see all the suns. You fly to whatever number sun it's supposed to be at, and then scan and hope you've got the right range for it. Most of the time you do. I'm going to be looking for music suggestions for this kind of stuff. I think in-game has some kind of music, but I turned it off because it was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you get into the docking ports, then it's nice. I like that.
Oh, yeah. That's something I'm going to have on every single ship. That standard docking computer makes all the difference in the world. You get docked so much faster.
Oh, yeah.
And, like what you've been doing, you can take your hands off the keyboard and go find the next location while you're docking. Yep. I don't know why I hadn't been doing that. I would wait till I was on the pad, and at that point, I'm just wasting time. It's not a lot, but
No.
it's at least a little.
In a game like this, seconds count.
They do. With as long of a haul as it is between some places, seconds definitely count.
Especially when you gotta land on a planet, because that takes time.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of time.
Well, if you do it just perfect, you get there and you get there quick. But the thing is, that's like 1 time in 10 that I get it just right. And I try every time. I don't have a whole ton of experience with it.
Yeah. So what are we doing? C1, 2, and 3 on this one?
Yep, C1, 2, and 3.
Right.
1 and 2 are orbiting each other, so that should be quick and easy. 3 is maybe 1,000 light seconds away.
Alright, I'm refueling at the sun right now.
Yeah, I did the same. That's the nice thing about having basically the same ship.
Yeah.
We got to refuel at the same places, got about the same jump range. 5 more and we'll hit 10. And I think that's when I'd like to go back and sell the stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a good time to do that.
Yeah. Granted, it's not the most time efficient, but there's only so much exploration you can do in one little go. You gotta get up, use the restroom, and all that stuff. And you can log out in space. Auto Dave tested that out. You can just log out wherever. I don't like doing that. I like logging out in stations. I think it's a holdover from playing Eve too much.
Yeah, I want to say that if we were playing in a public group,
Yeah.
if we just logged out with our ship out in space, I'm pretty sure they would pick us up on the scanner and they can probably do something to you.
Yeah, this far out though, that's not that big of an issue. There's just
No.
nothing out here. Except for what
I
we're
mean,
doing.
This list that we're following, though, I'm willing to bet there's going to be other people following it. So
No. And I'll tell you why. The main one, yes, absolutely. There's going to be people on the Road to Riches path. We are not on that path. We are on a generated based off of the station I like to work out of path for it. So
Okay.
unless they started at the same system, you're not going to be on the same path I am.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we should be doing pretty good. And I do, like I said, want to get into some combat. It's me, just like everybody else when you first get in, the first thing you say is, man, I want to be a space pirate. Because that's cool.
Yep.
I also want to do the soul grind.
Yeah, you were talking about that. I still
Yeah.
don't really know what that is.
Oh, getting to our solar system.
Oh,
Where
okay.
Earth is and all that stuff.
4, 3, 2,
Don't think we're quite ready for that yet.
Yeah, but that's why there's a grind. You've got to grind up reputation for Federation, which this should be working toward, slowly but surely. Missions do it. Just high rep missions do it. Yeah.
fuel
It's just going to take some work to get that reputation, and then there are a couple of specific missions you have to do to get the permit.
Well, here's the thing. So for Federation, Dahan, that's
fuel
Federation
systems
and
engaged.
what's it called?
Yeah, Rebellion, I think.
Something like that, but it starts with a C. Anyway, so if we do missions if we do exploration like this and turn it into that station, does that not give rep towards Federation?
It should. I think it does. I think
And I think this would be the best way to get that rep up, rather than grinding a bunch of missions, and then just do the required missions that we have to do to get to that.
yeah, but I think it also splits it between the station that we're on and the Federation. Because that station's got two factions. I think it's splitting it, which is why I haven't already gotten the reputation I need. But I have still
Yeah.
gotten reputation for it.
Well, then we can find a station that has, it's just straight up Federation, and then we can run the list off of that base.
Yeah. That would not at all be difficult to do. It's like 3 clicks. Well, 3 clicks, finding the station and spelling it correctly. That's the real challenge. There are some ridiculously big planets in this system. I'm on number 53 of the list.
Mm-hmm.
4 of the 7 planets are almost as big as the sun in the solar system map.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 through 25 wasn't too bad, man. I grinded through that pretty quick. I think only
Yeah.
one of those was like pretty far out. Took me about 5 minutes to fly out to wherever it was.
Yeah, I think it's roughly 1 in 10 are way far out there.
Yeah. But in that case, that gives me a chance to just kind of align myself and then go take care of some other things, and then come back to my seat, and
Yeah.
I'll be almost there.
Well, last time we had to do that, I went and made a sandwich and came back. I was only like 40 light seconds too far. That was also one of the furthest journeys I think I've ever made in a solar system. You know, I think somewhere before the 30s on that list, there was one that I was going to. I was going to it solo, so I didn't have anybody with me to kind of race me out there or any of that. I saw how far away from the sun it was and said, screw that, and just skipped it.
Dude, I don't blame you at all. And that mission yesterday, like, I don't know, the exploration kind of drained me already, and then I was just like, man, I don't really feel like flying that far right now.
Yeah, a real world 10-minute journey and then planetary landing. No. Just
Yeah.
it's not worth what it was paying out. There we go. Already moving on to number 54.
Nice. Yeah, I'm almost done with this one.
Which one are you at?
Number 52. I'm on the
Okay.
last planet.
I think I'll hang around at 57 if you hadn't caught up to me by then. And we'll head back to Dahan together.
Alright. I want to really research on how to upgrade this thing to its max, like thrusters, and
Ooh,
I think I've already got the best frameshift drive.
not necessarily. Since you're new, you don't know anything about engineers, but engineers are a thing. They're people who make very specialized equipment. So you get the best you can in your ship, and you want more, you can talk to them, deliver them some specialty materials, and they will build you a better than you can buy in the store kind of thing.
Oh, aftermarket.
More like experimental.
Disengaged.
Huh.
Fuel scoop.
Either way, still pretty good.
Yeah. That's something else I've been meaning to do. I may pursue that before I do combat, or it may actually tie into the combat.
It's probably going to tie into the combat. I really would not want to go into combat on a public server not having customized stuff.
Well, if you're going into combat against AI stuff, it's not a big deal. If you're going
Well,
into
yeah.
combat against other people, though, yeah, you're probably going to get wrecked, and get wrecked
Yeah.
quick. I was looking at getting a better scanner. Either one that scans faster or from a further distance. I wasn't sure which one I wanted, but I definitely want the upgraded jump drive. Because the jump drive in that ASP isn't bad, but I feel like it could be a lot better.
Frameshift drive
Yeah.
charging.
And for those of you that are uninformed, I've got like a 32 light year jump in this Diamondback Explorer, and the ASP Explorer is supposed to be better, but the best I can get that up to is like 26. So it's not quite as good for me. It is a good multi-purpose ship though. I mean, I've used it for hauling, a little bit of exploration till I discovered I didn't particularly care for it during exploration. You used it for anything else, Kelly?
No, I have not. I mean, I ran it on exploration today. Did fairly well. It was quick.
Yeah. It was only like one jump different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fuel scoop that I can put on it is definitely worth it because, I mean, it scoops up so quick. Like, I don't really have to worry about wasting any time.
Yeah, and that fuel tank is massive. It's twice
Yeah.
the fuel tank that's on this Diamondback. So I could probably make this whole run on a single tank of gas, just sipping every time I go past the sun. And I got distracted and overshot. Dang it. That happens more times than I'd like to admit.
Sorry, I had a distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Type 9 won't be too bad once we can get that. But then again, that's a lot of money that could also go towards getting a good fighter craft.
Yeah. On the upside, good fighter craft are cheap
Frameshift
because they're
Good.
practically disposable. If you want like very, very top level, like bringing in a freighter, not a freighter, a carrier. Actually, carriers aren't in yet, but a carrier class or like a destroyer class, like huge ship, those are in the order of 200, 300 million a piece.
Oh wow.
Not counting any of the stuff that's on it, that's just to sit in it.
Jeez.
Yeah. But they're real good at multi-purpose. I was looking at it, and
fuel scooping.
that class ship is actually what some folks have said, hey, this makes a good hauler or a good explorer, just because it can hold so much.
Hmm.
So eventually, yeah, I'll pick something like that up. But for the wing missions and grinding cash, especially for new folks, like helping new folks out, I'm definitely going to pick up a Type 9. Because it was over 200. It was 260 properly outfit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Almost 300 cargo. On some of the smaller missions, you know, you're making 1 million or 2 million. That's the entire mission in one haul.
Yep.
And it would make the one that we were looking at that's almost 3,000 units go so fast.
Definitely worth it. Probably get our money back in no time.
Oh yeah. I'm on 56 and about halfway done with it.
Alright.
So I'll hang out, refuel in 57, and wait for you, and then head on back. I'm really looking forward to however much we're going to make off of this. There were a lot of planets in this run.
Oh yes, there were.
I think in the low.
I'm about to make my jump to 55.
Nice. Oh, come on. Let me auto lock onto the next planet. Dang it. I was talking to Bomb, and apparently we've only discovered a tiny, tiny fraction of the number of systems and planets in this game, like
Oh,
as
yeah,
a
I saw that.
community. So I would not be opposed to, say, taking one of these ships way out there, finding something new.
I want to say that, what was that percentage? Like 0.2?
Yeah. It was like 0.26 or
0.28?
0.026.
Yeah, something
8.
like that.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up and see what it takes to actually find a new system. Because while it won't really be worth more than what we're putting in here, it's definitely got some of that prestige factor. Because for the rest of forever, if somebody goes out there and they want to look at that system that we discovered, they're going to see our names plastered on all the planets for the rest of forever.
Yeah, we should jump on that.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. I did not slow down. I didn't pass it, but it didn't slow down.
Alright, I'm hitting up 56 right meow.
Oh, you're catching up.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, well, I'm hitting up 57 right now.
Alright.
It's awesome seeing a 33 light year jump.
4, 3, 2.
It's still gonna minimum take me 2 jumps to get out there. But in that asp, that would have been a 3 or more jump.
Probably.
Yeah. Because you can't always find a jump that is just that close. Yeah, it's like 2 30 light year jumps. That asp would have had trouble. Or would have taken at least twice as long. You know, as far as YouTube stuff goes, I'd really like to think that my videos and stuff would be perfectly adequate to fall asleep to. 'Cause some of my favorite and most watched channels on YouTube are channels that I fall asleep to.
Disengaged.
Like I'll watch Primitive Technology. That will put me to sleep so fast on a second watch. On the first watch, there's just too much going on.
Fuel scoping.
And speaking of watches, Click Spring, another really good one to fall asleep to. Just some dude machining out a really fancy clock out of brass.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And Nile Red. He's this kooky Canadian kid who really knows what he's doing, but is not too great on the prep for his shots. Like, he'll get the chemistry perfect. Like,
Fuel scoping complete.
out of all the folks I've watched or paid attention to in the chemistry world, he definitely takes the cake as far as actually getting stuff done. But about half the time, he'll start the video with, "These are the ingredients that I need for this reaction. Oh, and I forgot to include in the shot, this one crucial ingredient." Or he'll set up the shot, record the shot, and then he'll come back and do the vocals again. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna do it this way. I recorded it this way, but we're doing it some completely different way.
Nice.
It sounds like poor planning, but it's more like dry humor. I mean, if you take it the right way. Ah, there we go.
On
I
the
am
last planet.
officially done on what we're doing today. How many jumps out am I? 7 jumps. That's not too bad.
Nope.
But yeah, I feel like my stuff would be good to fall asleep to. Maybe not the dreadnought stuff. Stuff like this.
No.
Me just kind of having fun hanging out with buds.
Yeah, this kind of stuff will. Maybe not so much as the, like if we actually start fighting things.
Yeah, but still. I like to think that I've got a nice calm voice.
Oh, yeah.
And if I do put you to sleep, put me on your falling asleep playlist. I know that one time I played Banished could put anybody to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I remember you doing that.
I did a Banished episode, and it did horribly. And then I did a channel update that had Banished in it, and it did horribly. Banished just doesn't have the draw. You know what? I think I'm going to try popping a heatsink. Going to build up some heat and chuck it on out there. See how that goes.
Good.
Almost crashed into the sun.
Ooh.
Oh, did you know that you can park yourself in Super Cruise, just throttle down to 0 near a sun, and continue to fill your fuel tank?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, you can sit there as long as you want, and your heat won't go up. But as soon as you kick your throttle back on, it starts heating up, and it starts heating up quick. I'm going to try to hit about 90% before I pop it. Because I've never popped a heatsink before. You got to try it.
Well, I got my ship up past 100 on heat. Didn't die, so...
Yeah, but you get over 100, you start taking heat damage. You get over, I think it's like 130, you start losing modules. I was refueling at a sun right after doing a black box recovery mission, and I let my heat damage get a little bit too high, and my cargo hatch broke.
Mm.
And when your cargo hatch breaks, it's all gone. Oh, that was nice. Down to 0 heat in just the click of a button.
Nice.
Sync deployed.
That's a screenshot. You know what? I should turn around and face the sun for a good screenshot. Because with the sun at my back, it looks cool, but you can't see me. You figured out how to get into screenshot mode yet?
I just do Alt F1.
Is it the hotkey for NVIDIA stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. So Control Alt and Spacebar puts you into classified camera mode, and you can kind of go look around your ship in air.
Nice.
Well, I guess it's not technically air. You know what I meant. Wait, there you are.
Hello.
Yeah, I saw you come in. I was having a hard time finding you on my doodad. I don't know what would happen if you collided in Super Cruise, but I really don't want to find out. Especially not after that exploration run.
Alright, I'm gonna start making my jumps out.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, you beat me.
3, 2,
By like a
Yeah.
second and a half.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, I can be.
I know. Chances are I'll have to refuel, but we'll see. Refuel as I go.
fuel scoping.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, and I've still got a heat sink to launch, so I can really scoop up some stuff.
Cheater!
I'm not cheating. I'm just slightly overheated. You know what else I'd like to check out if I get a soul permit?
What's that?
The stars that are closest to us in real life. Like
Yes.
Proxima Centauri and all that.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm scooping as much fuel as I can on my way out, but I think I'm ahead of you.
You're not ahead of me yet.
2, 1.
How many jumps do you have left?
5.
I can't tell because I'm in a warp speed.
It's about to be 4.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I've got 4.
Fuel scoping.
How'd you get ahead of me?
I don't know, I'm just good like that.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
I guess I've finally tuned my reactions, and I've done it a lot. I mean, I'm the
Yeah,
one that showed
probably.
you how to explore. You may be slightly more in practice at the moment, but my muscle memory is definitely there.
Yeah, I've only been playing this for what? 2 days? 3 days? 3? Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
about 3.
frameshift drive charging.
I also haven't
God.
stopped for a proper refuel.
Yeah, I'm stopping for a refuel right now. I have to.
I'm still at like 2/3 fuel.
I'm less than a quarter. Well, this next jump will bring me less than a quarter.
At this jump, I'm still over the halfway mark, but not by a lot. I guess it'd still put me at 2/3 fuel. Maybe I had more than I thought when I said that last.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive.
LFT 992 is my next jump. And I know that's one jump from home. Yeah, I should definitely go check out the engineers and see if I can further increase my jump range or fit a bigger something so I've got more total range, like more fuel or something.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a very good idea.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive.
Jumping to Dahan now. And I'm still over half fuel.
I think upgrading the FSD would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Especially
We've
when you're
got the
in
same one though,
cruise.
don't we?
Yeah, but I'm just saying like engineer
Yeah.
one. Because then we can approach planets that are like really far away in a little shorter time.
Yeah. Drop those 2 jumps to a single jump.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
I can't remember. Do we have the same fuel scoop too? The 3A?
I want to say yes, but I have to wait to look.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Maybe I'm just a bit better at finding the absolute limits of my ship so that I can dig deep and fuel fast.
Yeah, I think I may fit the 4A fuel scoop one here.
Yeah, then you'd definitely be beating me. Because if you could scoop like I do with a 4A, you'd never run out of fuel.
Nope.
You'd never have to stop. Not looking forward to the fuel bill, but it's not worth my time to sit there and scoop at a sun if I'm this close to my home station.
True. Honestly, I didn't even need to refuel as much as I did when I was making that last refuel.
Yeah. Because I made it home with over half fuel. So the ASP may be better for long-term, exploration. Like finding maybe a new planet or a new
Yeah.
system that nobody's ever been to before. But for this kind of thing, the Diamondback is where it's at.
I wonder what it is. I burned through 15 on the list. I went from 10 to 25. Like really quick. Really quick.
Yeah. I do have the upgraded power delivery, and I think didn't upgrade the reactor, but my power delivery is definitely upgraded, which may make it more efficient.
Could be.
Well, I don't know.
Scan detected.
I guess we'll figure that out after we get docked and all that.
Yeah.
But after I sell that page of data, get all that sweet credits, I think I'm going to call it an episode.
Landing gear deployed.
Sounds good.
I mean, we're at an hour and 16 minutes, and I don't plan on cutting out much of anything. because it's kind of part of the experience. I could cut out a lot of the running to a place, going all the way out and coming all the way back. But, I mean, for us, that's like half the fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I burned 740 worth of repair in heat damage.
Oh wow.
And for 10 systems, we get 10 mil.
Not bad.
It's really not. I'm sure when we get better standing and better ships and stuff, we'll find ways to make more money off of it, or more money in less time. But as it is, this is probably the best it's going to get for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you
I'm also
already?
pretty confident. Oh, go ahead.
Are you already in station?
I'm about to dock.
Why don't I come watch you?
I'll be approaching the
that
front
was
door momentarily.
There we go. Oh, we got one of those big cruise ships hanging around in here, and a Cobra.
Ooh.
You ought to look at the Cobra. I think you'd love it. It's a good combat ship, and it's a good multi-purpose.
Oh, that looks sweet.
The U-131?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Well, that's going to about do it for us today, folks. I wanted to thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.
See ya.